As we move towards 2050, the Earth's population is going to explode up to 9.5 billion people. Now, they all want to live the kind of lifestyle that we enjoy in Europe, and that's putting a bigger and bigger strain on our supply of resources. And chemistry is going to enable much better use of the resources that we have, and allow us to invent whole sorts of new materials. How can we keep delivering the effects that consumers need in a more efficient way? And that's simply the 4 principles of resource efficiency. So can we recycle the materials that we use better? Can we reduce the amount we use of those materials? Can we design things to be reusable or remanufactured? So things like cement and steel that we use in huge amounts, we need to make them last longer. And lastly, we need to be able to substitute and replace materials that are simply unsustainable in the long term with better solutions, and that can only be done with chemistry. It's about managing molecules, and it's about coming up with new and better molecules that do the jobs that we need. So mobile phones are a great example. We use more than half the periodic table in our mobile phones nowadays, and there are more mobile phones on the planet than people. We have to get that resource back. So that's a huge amount of chemical elements going around in society, and most people are changing them every few years. So to keep enabling the kinds of services that they allow, huge social benefits from that kind of technology, we have to be able to get better at capturing the value in those materials and putting them back into new ones. Policy is increasingly driving this, and we can see policies going to evolve in the future. I expect in the future more of a tax shift away from employment towards materials, so that we drive the better use of materials, and we don't put that onus on people. So this will drive employment and drive competitiveness. It will enable businesses to become more knowledge focused, rather than at the moment trying to optimise, trying to get that material out the door as cheaply as possible. We've seen a long-term trend in the reduction of the cost of materials, and that's been driven by the process industries, and now we have to become much better at getting those materials back. So right now, rather than getting them out of mines, why not get them out of waste streams? The matrix is different, but the concentration of the materials that we're after are probably higher than they were in the ores in the first place, and we see that already now. There's more gold, there's a higher concentration of gold in computer scrap than there is in the ore it came from in the first place. So why are we digging it out of the ground? And why are we exporting computer scrap from Europe? We have to stop allowing materials to escape from Europe, which we are doing. We still export and import most of our raw materials, and that has to be addressed. So the exporting of waste has to stop. We need to maintain these resources.